One thing I hear quite a bit from people who want to start a podcast is they don't know what to talk about. They don't know what to make the podcast about. What would I ever have to say? And one thing that worked for me is to just pick something that I wanted to do or achieve and to just share my journey with folks as I pursued that thing. So one of my first podcasts was just me on a journey trying to figure out what goes into making an incredible product. And I was just sharing the journey with folks, sharing my own curiosity and taking them along for the ride. You're trying to get somewhere. You're trying to achieve something in your life. So why not just talk about what you're going through right now? Why not document the journey and share that with other people? Let me show you an example of how I would get started. So get yourself a microphone. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can buy something that's literally like $65, plug it into your computer via USB, and then use something like Descript, which is editing and recording software. I just have Descript open here in a web browser. I'm going to click record, and it could be audio only, or if you want to do a video podcast, you could also record the video. I've got my preview over here, going to allow that. And again, this is right on the web. This isn't even installing anything. Okay, and now in Descript, I'm just going to record my first episode. Let's say that I'm 45, which is true, and I'm going back to college as a mature student, and I want to share the journey of what it's like to go back to college when you're in your 40s. All right, so I'm just going to click record, and I'll record the intro. Hey everybody, my name's Justin Jackson, and now that I'm 45, I've decided to go back to college. I'm taking my bachelor's of economics. I haven't been in school for over 25 years, and I thought I would share this experience with other people because I know there's got to be other people in their 40s who are also thinking about going back to college. Maybe they want to pursue some more of their interests. Maybe they're looking to make a career change. And so, yeah, I'm just going to document every week what it's been like going to school. You'll hear my stories, all my awkwardness, my nervousness. Does my brain even work anymore? Can I keep up with all the schoolwork and still go to work and take care of my family and take care of my bills? I don't know, but I'm going to share all of it here on the Mature Student Podcast. Join me. All right, so I just recorded my first episode. That was pretty easy. And again, you can do this. Just get yourself a microphone, plug it into your computer. You can even plug it into your phone, record an episode. It doesn't need to have video. It can just be audio only. And then edit it in GarageBand, which is available on iOS and on your Mac, or Audacity, which is available on your PC, or use a web-based tool like Descript. There's so many easy ways now to record and edit your audio or video content. But the one thing I like about Descript is it's like editing a Word document. So I can edit the audio and video just like I'm in Word or Google Docs. So we'll delete this word here because I said intro, and I'm going to remove my uhs and spaces. Okay, I'm going to delete this part here. Let's just play back some of this so you can see. So let's listen. Hey everybody, my name's Justin Jackson, and now that I'm 45, I've decided to go back to college. Okay, and I'll just make a few more edits here. Does my brain even work anymore? All right, so that is my first episode. And let's say that, you know what, I've decided I want to just publish this first episode as an audio-only podcast. So I'm going to export this as audio, as an MP3, and I can even normalize how loud I want it. So in this case, I would recommend these settings to you as well. That's all good. So let me click export on this. It's going to export my first episode here. And while that's exporting, I'm going to go into Canva and I'm going to create some cover art. So let's do this. Okay. And the biggest thing for your cover art is you just want to make sure that it's readable when it's a small square. That's pretty good. Okay. And then let's just add college. I will make this the background here. All right, so now I've got my cover art here. And you can, some people say you shouldn't put the word podcast in your cover art, but you know what? I think sometimes that's fine. And especially in this case here where we're branding it as the Mature Student Podcast. So let's just put that down there. Okay, so now I'm going to download this cover art, and it needs to be a square. That's the important part. A lot of people miss that. So now to get your podcast distributed to Apple and Spotify and YouTube and Pocket Casts, all the places that people listen to podcasts, you'll need a podcast hosting company. I'd like to recommend Transistor. This is a tool that me and my team have built for just this purpose. The cool thing is you can start as many podcasts as you'd like. So I'm going to create a brand new show called the Mature Student Podcast. Now I'm going to upload that cover art that we just created. And we're going to give it a category, education. That's a good one. And maybe we will also put courses, add a few more details here. And now we're going to create the podcast. And now I can upload that first episode that I just exported here. So I'm going to go here and put, I'm 45 and I'm going back to college. I'm going to give it an episode title. I'm going to upload that MP3 that I exported from Descript. So this MP3 here, I'm going to upload that. And I can also type in a description. What I like to do for the description is I save this as a draft. Then I head over to Transistor's transcription engine, transcribe it with AI. It transcribes things really fast. And then, especially for the trailer episode, which is what this is the introduction episode, I like to just grab this text so I can view it right here. And I'm just going to paste that right into my show notes. This will be the episode description right here, right? All right, so now I've got a nice episode description. And this episode it's really ready to go here. If I want to, I could also preview what it might look like. So here's the episode here. I can play it. Hey everybody, my name's Justin Jackson. And now that I'm 45, I've decided to go back to college. All right, that sounds pretty good. And so the only thing I'll do before I click publish is to set this as a trailer episode. So a trailer is a short promotional piece of content that represents a preview of your show. So this is just a way of promoting the show when it's an Apple Podcast and Spotify. People can get a sense of what the show is about. You should always upload your trailer episode first, and it has the advantage of being a really short episode. It can be 1 minute long if you want. Okay, so now I'm going to click publish. Now the episode is published. I could share this link if I want with whoever I'd like, and they could listen to it. But of course, we want to get it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And to do that, you just head over to the distribution tab here in Transistor, and you can just click submit show. So I'm going to click and submit the show to Spotify. Done. I can click and submit the show to Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Pocket Casts, Podcast Addict. I can submit it to all of these directories, and it takes a few moments. Sometimes it takes up to an hour, but very shortly, this podcast will be live in Spotify, Apple, etc. So that's really exciting. Now, for YouTube, if I wanted to, I could export the video version of the show, upload it to YouTube as a podcast playlist, or I can head over to YouTube and I can get it to look at my podcast feed. Over here in your YouTube Creator Studio, there's a create button. And if you click create, you can click new podcast. And if we look at this right here, it says submit an RSS feed. So we can submit our podcast RSS feed by just following these directions right here. We're going to click next. What's the RSS feed URL? Well, Transistor provides that for you. You just head back to your distribution settings or your overview, and the RSS feed is right there. We can copy that, enter it. It's going to check the RSS feed. Just going to enter that verification code there. We're going to have it upload all episodes in the RSS feed to the YouTube channel. Click save. And so now it's processing my new podcast right here. And pretty soon it will pull in the episode I already published as an audio episode and have it available for discovery here on YouTube. The one thing you'll want to do is make sure that you've set the visibility to public. I'm going to click save on there. And now I'm going to grab that shareable link, go back to Transistor. And then down here, I can put in that link for my podcast on YouTube. While I wait for Apple and Spotify and everyone else to process my podcast, I can also create a free website for my show. So I'll give it a URL here. And let's choose this one right here. Save that. Watch this. I can preview it. And I already have a website for my podcast. If I go to the subscribe tab, we can see all of the different platforms where the show's already been processed, and it's available on currently Spotify, YouTube, Podcast Addict. As the other directories finish processing my submission, Apple, Amazon, etc., that will be added to my list right here. So it doesn't have to be complicated. If you want to make a podcast and you don't know what to talk about, just choose a topic and a journey that you want to go on, and then share that journey with your audience.